So, a lot of people have been asking me recently, Steel, how do you feel about Cold War? How do you feel about the Cold War beta? Well, you know what? I'm here to tell you guys today that I think Cold War is true. What's going on, Steel Gang? It's your boy, Steel Curtain here. Welcome to another YouTube video. In today's video, I'm going to give you my thoughts on Call of Duty Cold War so far after playing the alpha and the beta. Okay, so before I completely rip this game a new one, let's talk about some things that I like about the game to this point. First of all, I really do like the maps that they gave in the alpha and the beta. My absolute favorite being Satellite. I think they did a spectacular job making that map. Satellite is one of my favorite maps. Otherwise, the maps were pretty good in my opinion. Moscow played well, Satellite played well. The only complaints I really have is with Miami. There just being a lot of clutter around, hard to really see people, and it's also a little too big. And also on Cartel, the bushes you can't really see through them too easily. But otherwise, besides those two issues, I really did like the maps so far in the alpha and the beta. Moving on from the maps, something they brought back from Modern Warfare into Cold War, being the gunsmith, something I'm a huge fan of. I really like being able to build my gun in a way that tailors towards my playstyle. Anybody can do that and tailor their gun to their playstyle, and I really do enjoy that piece being added into Cold War as well. And continuing on that point with guns and weapons in general, I really do enjoy the sniping in this Call of Duty so far. Now, I know they did a lot of changes between the alpha and the beta so far with the weapon balancing of the snipers. I did feel like they did a pretty decent job. I don't think they're too OP anymore, at least in the beta this weekend, but sniping is definitely something I really enjoy so far in Cold War. Another thing I really do like in this game so far is the time to kill. I like how it's just a tad bit slower than it is in Modern Warfare. That makes it a little better in my opinion. You know, it gives you more of a chance to take a fight and win it. I like the higher time to kill, and I also like seeing the health bars. It's just a cool little addition that I really enjoy, and the cool difference I enjoy between the Modern Warfare games and the Black Ops games. Most of the time to kill is a bit different. That's just another thing I enjoy. But after that, guys, I'm sitting here trying to think. I'm having trouble of finding anything else that like I really enjoyed about the game. It's hard for me to find, like, I feel like I shouldn't be having to sit here and find things that I like about it, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I mean, I gotta take in consideration that it's just an alpha and a beta that I've played. This is not the complete build of the game, so a lot can change between now and November 13th when the game comes out. But also, a lot might not change, and that's what's kind of, you know, not settling right inside of me. But besides that, let's just get into some of the things that the main topics that I really think should be fixed or tweaked before the game at least comes out. And I'm going to start it off by talking about the way that mouse and keyboard is playing within this Call of Duty. And what I mean by that is it's not only me, but a ton of people that I'm talking to or play with that are on mouse and keyboard have had the similar experience to me, where something just feels a bit off with the way the aiming works within this game. I'm not really too sure, like, it's hard for me to place it on something specific, but for whatever reason, aiming on this game with mouse and keyboard has some type of weird, I don't know if it's an issue or what the deal is with it, but people that I play with, like myself, I would like to say I have pretty decent aim, okay? So I can aim in most FPS shooters, and I'm having trouble aiming and like staying aimed on people and tracking people in this game on mouse and keyboard for some reason. I don't know if there's any problem there, but hopefully it can be fixed or changed by the time the game comes out, because it's really frustrating for me when I can't I can't aim. I don't know how else to explain it there, but I'm sure anyone else on mouse and keyboard watching this video can let me know, like, something is off with mouse and keyboard. Also, continuing off that, I know I might get some hate for this, but I really do think that the aim assist in this game is a tiny bit crazy. I'm not the one to complain about aim assist usually, but for me, even people on controller are telling me, like, the aim assist in this game, like, is literally like you can aim through walls. Like, people are tracking through walls with the aim assist. So, like, for me, the problem for me right now with the aim assist, like, I don't care. They could even leave it like this. It wouldn't matter to me. But the problem is the way the mouse and keyboard feels in relation is that I just feel like I have no chance against controller players at this point. On Modern Warfare, I don't have an issue with controller players. Like, that's not a problem. The mouse and keyboard feels good enough for me where I can aim perfectly without a problem. I don't know if it has to do with smoothness or something, but the mouse and keyboard feels off, and the aim assist is just too OP in comparison to mouse and keyboard right at the moment. I think with the mouse and keyboard fix or some type of tweak to that, they don't even really need to touch aim assist. But the way it is now, the aim assist is just a tiny bit too much for me at the moment. But it's nothing crazy. It's nothing crazy. So don't hate on me, please. Okay, so now on to my next major point with my issues with the Cold War beta and alpha, at least so far. For me, I think there's some weapon balancing issues in this game at the moment. I think SMGs, the entire class of SMGs, is just way too overpowered. I think they really need to tone them down a tiny bit or increase some type of stats for the assault rifles and the other weapon categories, because at the moment, if you're not using an SMG, you're not it's just not as good. There's a few assault rifles that can compete, but I feel like at the moment the SMGs are what is running this game. And also another specific weapon that I think is really ridiculously OP is the spaz. I don't know if it's called something different. I don't remember if it's called something different in Cold War, but you guys all know the spaz. If you run that you could run that gun as a primary and it's a secondary. I mean, if they're gonna run shotguns as secondaries in this game, I think they need to be to a point where they're only good at super close range, because you can run around with the spaz as a primary. It's like ridiculously good, and for it to be a secondary that you can swap to, it's just a little too much for me. And the last thing that really gets on my nerves, honestly, is score streaks. I feel like they did so much in this game already to stop campers from being a thing, like with the mini map and stuff, but now, like, they just made it easier for people that are not gonna, go out and get a kill streak for their, kill streak, instead of sitting there for score and getting it, and also not resetting on death. Like, it just makes it easier for some John Smith that sits in the corner the whole game to get a chopper gunner over and over again and just rain hell on the map. Like, for me, I think they could have just kept it as kill streaks and everyone would have been fine with it. I think the score streaks and the not resetting on death, like that was something that I personally am just not a fan of, and I think they could have done without, to be honest. Oh, and I forgot to say, does anyone else feel like they're not playing a new game? Like, for me, I feel like if you were to show me Modern Warfare and Cold War together and I never played either of them, I would think Modern Warfare is the newer game. For whatever reason, like, Cold War just, it doesn't, for me, it doesn't feel like a brand new game that's coming out in 2020. I don't know if I'm the only one that feels that way, but I don't know if it has to do with the movement being clunky, or I don't know what it is that just, it doesn't feel like a new game. It doesn't feel like the brand new Call of Duty that, I know the development companies had issues, but like it just doesn't, it feels rushed. It doesn't feel like the brand new COD for me at least. And I don't know, hopefully it's just because it's a beta. Like I said, I'm not going to judge this game completely yet as a whole. Like, I still pre-ordered the game. I'm going to give it its fair shot. There's still zombies, campaign, Warzone, like, and then the multiplayer. There's so much this game has to offer. So I'm really, really, really hoping that when the full game releases, it feels like a full game. It feels like a game that I want to play. And can do the justice for Modern Warfare that they did with that game and the success they had with Warzone in that game. Hopefully they can fix these issues and help make this game and make Call of Duty in general stay in the spotlight and continue having success. Anyways, guys, that's all I have for today. I hope you really enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed me giving my thoughts and my input on Cold War so far. Like I said, I have high hopes still. I really think they can make this a great game. And let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I want to know what your input is on Cold War so far, if you've played the game, if you watched the game. I would love to know what you guys think and how you feel about how I feel about this game. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Appreciate y'all watching, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.